Just finding a comfortable position. Whether you're on the floor, in a chair, or on a bed. Settling into the space. Begin to make a connection with your breath. It doesn't mean that you have to reach out and cling to it and grab it, right? It just means maybe you wave. Maybe you do a handshake. Just gently making contact. Whatever that looks like for you right now. That could mean either deepening the breath, it could mean lightening the breath. So if it's very heavy and labored, noticing if you can adjust that. And if you can't, notice if you can just notice it and be with it and recognize it for what it is. We're going to gently open our awareness to the sounds happening around us. And again, this is very gently, just inviting any sounds around us to come to us. Maybe you hear the sounds of people talking. Or maybe some kind of heat or central air system you have in your home, or a fan. Maybe it's running water. Maybe it's your breath. Just noticing the sounds. And try to the best of your ability not to make a story out of the sounds or to label them. Just kind of allow them to come and greet you and say hello and continue on their way. And when thoughts arise, notice your thoughts and maybe even finish your thought. Notice maybe what you're thinking about. And then come back to the sounds around you. Whenever you can, just very gently, but also with an amount of firmness, right? not dragging ourselves away from the thoughts, not making them bad or wrong. Just noticing them and coming back to the breath. This is how we strengthen those communication pathways in our brains that communicate mindfulness and focus, refocusing back on one thing. Our brains only get stronger when we practice this skill. Sometimes it is pretty tricky. So just reminding yourself to approach your thoughts with kindness as much as you can. And then coming back to the sounds. Gently guiding your awareness away from the sounds and back to the body. Coming within the body, noticing what it feels like for the earth to be supporting your body beneath you. And the earth may be 10 stories down, or it might be right underneath you. If you're outside, sitting, or whether we're inside, the power, the support of the earth is always beneath us. No matter how high up in a building we might be, or if we're on our bed, the earth is still beneath us, holding us, supporting us, always there. Just noticing what that feels like, the weight of your body being supported by the earth. Noticing the bottom, noticing the thighs, the feet. You might notice your back and your head if you're lying down or leaning against something. Just being very soft with our awareness. We're not clinging in a desperation to have some kind of experience or to feel deeply or to be enlightened. But we're only having an open invitation to just touch the awareness that is innately within us all the time, that may be covered by some layers, but it always remains there, that awareness, that groundedness, that initial innate being that we are born with. It's always there. So by inviting the sensation of the body, by inviting the sounds, by inviting the breath, we just are offering an opportunity for it to connect with us very briefly. Like I explained in the beginning, it might just be a wave hello, and you walk on your way, metaphorically. It's the coming and going, the allowing to be, and the openness of that invitation that creates the space for those opportunities to arise on their own. When we force and try to create an experience that isn't ready for us, that's when we get met with tension. It's kind of like when you lost your wallet or your keys, and the harder you try to find it, it seems farther and farther away. But it's in that moment that you let go of trying to find your keys or your wallet that you notice they were in your pocket the whole time. That's exactly what we're doing when we're inviting our awareness to just come and sit with us for however long or whenever it chooses to arise. Focusing on the sensations of the body. When you experience thoughts, just very gently coming back to the body. To the best of your ability. And then gently guiding the awareness to the emotional tone. Are you feeling pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? And take a moment to really think instead of choosing your first answer. Notice that first answer and then see if it's true. And when you notice your emotional tone, just sit with it and be with it. It's uncomfortable or it's neither comfortable or uncomfortable. Just sitting and being with that. You might even notice how it will begin to change. And being with that as well. When you're ready, take in one deep breath in and a slow, controlled exhale out. Let's do that again. Inhaling nice and deeply. Exhaling slowly and controlled. One last time on your own. Gently opening the eyes if they were closed. Having a soft gaze. Taking in now the surroundings around you. The space between you and your gaze. Just with a very soft focus. Begin to notice the feeling of having just meditated. Know that wherever you go, this feeling is always with you. All it takes is one mindful breath to reconnect with your awareness. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and allowing me to guide you. Please keep practicing and explore what feels good. Namaste.